manifestations are on the way.
But first, before we do that, show reel. Nataka kusema kwa hari kwa sababu nitarudi Marekani mwezi huu.
Anasema mmemsikia? Kwamba anataka kuwa.
Kwa hari.
Aya, mwambie bye. Mwambie
Hey, welcome back. Now we're going to dive into the 3 signs your manifestations are on the way. The first sign is probably not too intuitive. The first sign is that you'll lose something. Have you ever heard the saying that you can't receive if your hand already is closed or it already has something in it? You need to receive with an open, empty hand. And so you can't do that if you already have something there energetically blocking the thing that you desire. And so from this aspect, the universe, God, Jesus, Buddha, whomever you call he, her, it, will step in and intervene and will remove something from your life that you no longer need, that is not serving you in the best and highest way, so that it can usher in something that is better than what you already had, something that is greater and something that will move you forward towards the manifestations that you are desiring. Now, of course, the universe doesn't work in a way that is really logical to the everyday mind. It works in a way that's logical to the spirit realm. And so you're going to see these idiosyncrasies that sometimes don't make sense. So you'll lose your job suddenly, or you'll lose your lover, or you'll lose certain things that you feel, you might consider them bad luck things, or you might say, well, why did this happen to me? I'm trying to manifest for the good, but yet these bad things are happening to me. But just hold on, because right around the corner is something fantastic that's being ushered into your life. I remember that once I let go of a long-term relationship that I was having. It was very, very difficult to do because I just kept thinking, I had this plan in my mind to get married and to have a kid and all of this. And if I let go of the thing that I know, then I'll be left with nothing. But the universe had something better in mind. As soon as I let go of that relationship, instantly almost, my husband returned into my life. And so that's what I mean. You can't sometimes receive. If that place wasn't vacant, then I probably wouldn't have had the energy of my husband come into my life. And it was better than the relationship that I was in. And so now that we have a family. All right. Numero dos. Okay. With this one, you'll start to receive odd requests. Again, I mentioned that the universe, God, the higher power, doesn't work in a way that's always logical to your human mind. It works in a way that brings in patterns and themes and relationships and conduits to get you to where you want to go. And it may not always be rational. It may seem out of the blue to you, but you'll start to get these odd requests because perhaps the vehicle or the people that are entering your life are meant to physically usher in these greater experiences for you. But you have to be open to them, and you have to also realize that this is what is going on. So for example, you may want a love partner in your life, or you may want a trip, or you may want a new job or something like that. And so you may get a phone call one day, someone that you hadn't heard from in a really long time, and they may say, hey, you've been on my mind, and I really keep feeling like you should meet my friend so-and-so. And my friend so-and-so, I just feel like you two would really connect. And this may not be a love relationship, but maybe you agreed to meet this friend for dinner. And over dinner, you realize that, oh my gosh, we have such great business synchronicity. We have such great chemistry. Maybe this is the yin for my yang. Maybe there's something that we can collaborate on and that we can enter into together. This is the perfect fit. Or maybe this person's going to introduce you to their friend who's the love partner of your life. Your soulmate is waiting just around the corner. But you have to be open and you have to be willing to follow these breadcrumbs, so to speak. I used to have a mentor who used to talk about this, that life gives you little clues and you have to be open to following the little clues along the way. It's kind of like a breadcrumb trail. You may not always realize where you're going to end up in the end of this, but if you just are open and you nibble and you follow that little crumb, and then that will take you to a bigger crumb, and then that will take you to another crumb, and then before you know it, voila, you have the whole entree in front of you, and it's a feast made for royalty, and that is the next level manifestation for you. Okay, numero 3. These are challenges. Again and again and again and again and again. I can't reiterate this enough, but the universe will test you. Okay, so you're starting to manifest and bring about that big thing that you've said you've always wanted. But then here are these little attractive distractors that will test you to make sure, oh, okay, are you sure that you want this thing? You're almost there. The thing is right here. And here's this little attractive distractor, and it's there to test you. Are you really committed to staying on track and to achieving the big thing or receiving the big thing that is in store for you? Are you on track with your mindset? Is your mindset aligned in such a way that you are in receiving mode and that you are in the abundance mode and not a scarcity mindset? So when these little distractions come along, your job is not to tune into those distractions and look the other way, and then you become attuned to negative energy, because what you focus on, you bring about. So if you tune into this little distraction, it becomes a big distraction because you're focusing on it, and you're going to usher in more and more like energy, more and more like negativity similar to that thing. And so you have to be very careful during this phase. If you notice that what you want is just like almost on the cusp, it's almost there, and you cannot be distracted, you have to make sure that you appreciate the challenges that are unfolding. I'll give you an example. I was in a job, and it was a great job for many years. And then there was this unfolding right at the end where the boss that I had seemed to turn vicious, honestly. I mean, I don't have any other ways to say it. She just seemed to really target in on me, and it became this really uncomfortable situation toward the end. And I had the choice to leave, or I had the choice to stay and fight the venom that was coming my direction from all different ways. It was emotionally draining. It was physically draining. It wasn't mentally healthy. But yet I knew that I had done a good job at this job, and there was part of me that didn't really want to let go of everything that I had built there. But then I started going inside myself, and I started meditating, and I realized that sometimes there's a time for fight, and then there's a time for surrender. And for me, it was a time for surrender. So in other words, my mindset of abundance, of peace, of knowing that something better was just around the corner was not swayed from the challenge of this boss suddenly rearing her vicious head and almost like attacking me in small different ways. In fact, perhaps she was being utilized by the universe to usher me out of there. And again, I could have made the choice to stay and fight, because that could have been in my rights, or I could make the choice to peacefully leave to seek greater enlightenment, greater peace, greater abundance. And I made the choice that it was time to surrender. It was time to let go. And so I didn't let the challenge that was in front of me dissuade me from the ultimate peace and abundance that I was desiring. And so guess what happened? Literally about a month after letting go of that situation, I got a phone call from a friend that I hadn't spoken to in a couple years that I used to work with. And boom, got a job offer. Literally no interviews, no anything, job offer on the table. And so you have to be willing to step into your challenges. I actually got to the point where I was grateful for that challenge because I knew that something better, that this was a sign. In that moment, it awakened in me my spiritual enlightenment. I knew that the universe was not going to let me fail. I knew and I trusted in myself and in my higher power that something greater was waiting for me. So when you're experiencing these challenges, lean into them and try to dig out from them the lessons. For me, that was a great life lesson. It was a lesson about trust. It was a lesson about peace. It was a lesson that sometimes it's just time to move and surrender unto something greater. And so that's what I want from each of you. I want you to understand and be aware of these odd idiosyncrasies, these odd moments that come your way, these unusual moments, right? Because usually the blessing is deep inside of those moments. The journey is within those moments. You have to connect the dots. And when you look back from these amazing experiences, sometimes you can see like, oh, okay, this dot led to that one, led to that one, led to that one, led to that one. And boom, I'm here. My manifestation is here and life is all good. These are the things I want for you. Comment below and let me know how your journey is going. Let me know if these 3 signs are showing up in your life and what was the great manifestation that lay at the end of the rainbow, right? What was on the other side of that yellow brick road that you're following now? Now, if you got any value at all out of this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you are notified anytime I upload content that resonates with you.